Hello, I'm Edmund Schoberg. Have you ever been driving down the highway when a rock suddenly strikes your windshield? Imagine if you did not have that protection in front of you. Would that rock strike your body or face hard enough to make you lose control of the vehicle? It certainly could, and it could be even worse if you were riding a motorcycle without a helmet. That is one of the many reasons why all states should require motorcyclists of any age to wear helmets, because they reduce accident-related injury and the associated medical costs. In this presentation, I will show that states that have repealed helmet laws experienced increased fatality rates, and that wearing a helmet reduces accident-related injury, fatality, and the cost of medical treatment. Many states have already repealed helmet laws, and the results are not good. According to Mueller, states that have repealed universal helmet laws saw an almost immediate increase in the fatality rate. Take the following states, for example. In Florida, the state with the most motorcycle deaths in the country, Mueller found that the fatality rate of non-helmeted accident for the year 2000, when the law was changed to exempt riders over 21, increased 46% over the time period between 1994 and 1999. Similarly, in Arkansas, the fatality rate for riders without helmets increased from 47% the year prior to the repeal to 82% the year after. And lastly, in Texas, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, the NHTSA, shows that post-repeal fatalities jumped 31% from the year prior to the repeal. The percentage increases for the three states are directly supported by the NHTSA data that shows during an accident, wearing a helmet can save your life 37 times out of 100, making them 37% effective. As you can see from this bar graph, there are significant decreases. The information was taken directly from data collected by the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration from accident reports from individual states. The chart shows significant reduction in the fatalities in the year immediately following the passing of the universal helmet law in each state. Notice the percentages vary from a low of 15% in Washington State to a high of 37% in the state of California. Together, the states had an average of almost 26.7%. These numbers contrast sharply to the data presented earlier, showing immediate increases in fatalities for states that repealed helmet laws. You can certainly agree that this information makes a strong argument that wearing a helmet saves lives. Take that knowledge and use it to make a sound decision to wear a helmet. In this next section, I will show that motorcycle accidents for riders without helmets result in significantly higher injury rates and medical costs than for those wearing helmets, as determined by Houston and Richardson Jr. The first reason for the increased cost is that the expense of hospital and physician-related care is greater for non-helmeted related injury due to more severe head injuries. Statistics by Rowland et al. Show that there is more severe head trauma causing long-term injury and the need for longer recuperative therapy, thus increasing the cost. As an example of this shows that Maryland, which is helmet mandatory for everyone, has a taxpayer cost difference for uninsured motorcycle riders of $1.35 million per year for no helmet accidents versus only $80,000 for helmeted accidents. So the bottom line is that considerable money is saved. As stated in the following quote, NHTSA estimates that motorcycle helmet use saved $19.5 billion in economic costs from 1984 through 2002. An additional $14.8 billion would have been saved if all motorcyclists had worn helmets during the same period. So to recap, all the information presented supports the position that all states should require motorcyclists of any age to wear helmets because they reduce accident-related injury and the associated medical cost. This presentation has shown that in states where helmet laws were repealed, there were increases in fatality rates, and that wearing a helmet reduces accident-related injury, fatality, and cost of medical treatment. So the next time you see a rock hit your windshield, think about the facts presented and protect your cranium. Put on that helmet. Stand up for your safety and for your wallet. So does anyone have any questions?
Why did states start repealing helmet laws if they work so well?
That's a good question. Originally, states passed helmet laws to comply with federal requirements in order to receive interstate highway construction funding. That requirement was eventually removed, making it easier for pro-freedom groups lobbying for repeal to be able to get their message through and to get the helmet laws repealed. Any other questions?
Why does medical care cost so much more for accidents for riders without helmets?
Another good question. Accidents without helmets result in much higher percentage of TBI, traumatic brain injury. That translates into much longer initial hospital stays and the need for long-term rehabilitation, which in turn raises the total costs. Thank you.